Tonight, our I-Team takes on accusations of an Enbridge cover-up. Last July, a pipeline owned by Enbridge ruptured in Marshall, sending hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil into West Michigan's waterways. Now a former Enbridge employee is blowing the whistle on the company, accusing it of covering up oil. Tonight, he takes us to some of those areas he claims are still soaking in the mess. News Channel 3's Aaron Baskerville takes the whistleblower's concerns to Enbridge, and he's live now in the studio with this cleanup controversy. Aaron.
Judy, Enbridge is firmly standing behind its policies, saying it's following the right procedures set forth by the EPA when it comes to cleanup. The company says some oil will be left behind right now because removing it could cause more damage. But one former worker is doing everything possible to get his story out there.
The creek's right over here.
A former worker blowing the whistle on Enbridge takes News Channel 3 on a tour of sites he claims still have oil, but the company is not coming back to clean up. John Bolenbaugh still finds ice packed with oil and is making strong accusations against the company.
They were trying to meet deadlines. So what they would tell us to do is take dirt, put it over the top of the oil. They were telling us to take mud with oil and throw it into the woods. They were telling us to rake dirt over the top of oil. And he says because he wouldn't do those things, he was fired in October after 2 months on cleanup operations. But Bolenbaugh believes the so-called smoking gun is near Talmadge Creek in Ground Zero in Marshall. I just wanted to prove that this is all oil. It is all oil. This is not mud. Mud will freeze. They put this canvas over the top of it. This is just plain old canvas. They put grass seed underneath it, and what's supposed to happen is the grass will grow through.
He's accusing Enbridge of using a coconut matting to cover up obvious oil, with the company having no thoughts of ever cleaning these areas up. The project director was scheduled to go out to the site with us, but said a significant issue came up, so we showed him our video.
No, that is not oil, that's sediment. Now, whether or not that sediment is contaminated, I can't tell from the video, but the individual does not need even oil. Yeah. It's obvious that this was taken in a wetland area where the sediment is saturated with water. It's mud. That's what he's standing in, is mud.
He says workers are using the coconut matting to control erosion, restabilizing an area that was disturbed. Also telling News Channel 3 there was some cleanup done there, and it's now checking to see if the work was sufficient. So far, 51 sites have been signed off by the EPA. 39 are still being monitored. 8 are recommended to be cleared, and 3 are still active. But the company says every site is still actively watched, and it could go back at any time to clean up more problem areas. Right now, it's in the process of developing work plans for a number of more sites.
We have no intention of leaving any large contaminated areas out there, and it is not done for the purpose of covering up oil.
As for Bolenbaugh, he's not letting go of his claims.
This is oil. It's all through here.
You know, well, Enbridge says it understands people has concerns and questions. They're asking people to contact them, and they're going to address each and every concern. They'll talk to people and see if it's right for them to go back out there. And they said, you know, they're not covering up any oil, they're not hiding any oil. That's what they're claiming. And just a note, just to say out there that Mr. Bolenbaugh is part of a whistleblower lawsuit for about $3.5 million.
You showed the list of they're monitoring some sites.
That site
he was standing in.
It's Talmadge Creek, near Ground Zero, and I guess the EPA says it, not the EPA, but Enbridge says it's still a monitoring site. So they're still watching it. They can still go there and clean up. They said some work was done there, and right now they're currently checking to see if that work is sufficient. So they could go back there and still, clean up if there is oil there.
But you can test it if it's oil
or
mud.
Test it and you'll find out right away. Exactly. I mean, he's saying it possibly could be sediment that's contaminated, but we'll continue to follow the story.
All right. Thank you, Aaron.